So I just finished watching the new Nintendo Direct. By the time I'm recording this, it came out today. I might post this the day after it came out, just because. This video won't take a long time to edit, so that's probably why. So originally, I was going to post another video, which I was supposed to do a long time ago. I think about a week, almost 2 weeks ago. But that can wait, specifically for this, because I have a lot to say, and also it feels like I don't have much to say. What are my thoughts? Well, let's start with the positives. The first 20 minutes of the Direct were dedicated to the 40th anniversary of Mario, which I gotta say, although I am a Sonic fan, I am very grateful for Mario to exist. I do enjoy the Mario games a lot, and without Mario, there wouldn't be Sonic. Now, they showed a lot for the 40th anniversary. It started off with the new Mario movie, the Mario Galaxy movie, which is going to be a direct sequel to the first Mario movie, which I thought was pretty fun, but it's not a movie that I would go back to and watch again. It's just kind of there. I remember watching it with my mom when it first came out, and I remember enjoying it a lot. The original cast is back, and it's set to release, I think, spring of next year. These two photos side by side are hilarious. Another thing they're doing is releasing the Mario Galaxy games on the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Yes, they are remastering the Mario Galaxy games, which I think is very cool. Although I never played the Mario Galaxy games, I am very excited to see what they do with this. Since they remastered Mario 64 like a long time ago, and hopefully one day they remaster Mario Sunshine, it makes sense to remaster Mario Galaxy. Another thing they did was added Mario Wonder to Switch 2, which has this extra DLC side mode, which I know nothing about. Whatever, I never played Mario Wonder, so I wouldn't know. There's also a plethora of other Mario games that were on Switch that are now available on Switch 2, so that is actually very nice. They ported several other games to the Switch 2 as well, and honestly, that's about where the positives end. Except for the Mario stuff and maybe a few other things, there's nothing really interesting about this Direct. It kind of just repeats the same things over and over again. And before you nerds ask, no, there is no Smash game. They're not releasing another Smash game. Deal with it. You can tell they put more effort into the first 20 minutes than anything else in the Direct, because the rest of the Direct just felt kind of stale and boring. Some things I did like was, I did like the trailer for the new Metroid game they released. There's some amiibos for Kirby Air Riders, which is nice, I guess. There's going to be a separate Direct for Kirby Air Riders, which is pretty nice. One thing I want to talk about, which is one of the last things they showed at the Direct, was Resident Evil 9, which I think looks very interesting. I don't really play the Resident Evil games that much. I've only played a few of them. The only Resident Evil games I played was that awful DS port of Resident Evil 1, the original Resident Evil 4, and I played the demo of Resident Evil 5. That's about it. I do want to get into Resident Evil. The trailer looks good. I kind of knew it was Resident Evil just by the art style and the fact that they said Capcom was going to be making the game, but it does look cool. The plot looks actually pretty interesting. They're also porting Biohazard and Village to Nintendo Switch. Besides that, they showed some other Switch games and Switch 2 games that I didn't care about. Showed some Pokemon games here and there. Again, it's just kind of boring, honestly. The Direct didn't really interest me that much outside of the first 20 minutes. There wasn't really much to talk about. After the Mario stuff, the Direct takes a big dive in quality from pretty interesting to not interesting at all. And then there's this.
Are you okay?
And that's my main issue with Nintendo. Aside from the main event that they were focused on, they're not really doing much. Xbox and PlayStation have new games and IPs that look very interesting, but Nintendo just isn't really doing anything mind-blowing. They're more focused on suing other companies and making actual interesting games. And for that reason is why I stopped caring about Nintendo a long time ago. I don't hate Nintendo, but I just don't really find them that interesting anymore. I am planning to buy the Switch 2 though, just not now. I gotta get my money up first and then I'll buy the Switch 2. Another thing is that they added the Virtual Boy to Nintendo Classics, which I don't know why they added the Virtual Boy. The smartest issue would be to add the DS and the Wii to Nintendo Classics. Gun to the back of your head, name 3 Virtual Boy games right now. I promise you can't do that. Those first 20 minutes are a fun time, but the rest of the Direct just kind of sucks. It's kind of clear that they're running out of ideas and don't really know what to do. Oh yeah, they also added DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza, if anybody still plays that game. They had Virtual Fighter, which is very cool. I haven't played Virtual Fighter in years. But yeah, nothing really intrigued me that much. They're making a sequel to Hyrule Warriors, which I find pretty interesting and kind of cool. It's a time travel story, which takes place before the events of the game, so that's weird. I will say for the Mario movie, they should add a character like Wario or Waluigi to the film, which I think will be very, very interesting. The producer of the movie stated that the film is going to be mostly focused on the Mario Galaxy plot, obviously, but he also said that every fan of Mario should feel welcome watching this film, which gives me the idea that they're going to pull other plot points from other Mario games, like maybe Mario Sunshine or Mario 64. Maybe, who knows? I'm not sure. I wouldn't know though, because most Mario games don't have a big story like Mario Galaxy. Oh yeah, one more thing. This wasn't in the initial direct, but they're porting Sparking Zero to Switch and Switch 2, if anybody's interested in that game. Sparking Zero fell off so horribly. That video I made about Sparking Zero aged so poorly. I said it was going to be the biggest game of 2024. It was big when it came out, then it died a couple months after it came out. Everybody started playing Marvel Rivals, and then Sparking Zero just pretty much disappeared from everybody's minds. I remember all the Overwatch players were saying that Marvel Rivals is gonna die in a few months, and people are still playing it to this day. But yeah, those are my opinions on the Nintendo Direct. If there's any other thoughts that I forgot to mention, I'm probably going to mention it in the description, or maybe I'll put it in captions of this video. I don't know, who cares? Thank you guys for watching. Those are my opinions on the Nintendo September 12th Direct. Let me know your guys' opinions in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends, family members, follow me on all my other social medias, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.